So yeah, let's continue, guys. Today we are doing backend main stack, and we're testing the API, and we are doing Postman. So first of all, I want to introduce you to this new app that we did yesterday. So what is Postman? Postman is an all-in-one API platform for building and working with APIs and working with APIs, and it takes pain out of every stage of the API lifecycle from the designing and testing to delivery and monitoring built for teams. And Postman makes it easy collaboration and stay organized and building secure, reliable, and APIs faster. And I have what I call my workspace. This is my workspace. What is happening in my workspace? Postman workspace helps me organize my API. It helps me organize my API and work, collaborate across our organization or across the world. And then let's go to our VS Code. First of all, I have my reviews controller API update, right? Reviews controller API update, and we we first import our reviews from DAO reviews, and then we export the default class and all of that. We get the information from the request body parameter, and previously in our movies controller, we got the information from the request query parameter as we extracted data from the URL. And this time we retrieve the data from the body of the request. In the React front end, the app, we call these endpoints with something like Axios post HTTP as localhost 5000 API movies. So let's just go here. I'm gonna open my backend and run node no npm start. So my localhost 5000 is begin. Let's go here. Now we're gonna run what we call localhost 5000. Localhost 5000 API movies. We should show different kinds of movies and all of that. So as you can see, guys, I have movies, ID, plot, and genres, and runtime, and cast, and all of this, right? And then we have review, grade movie, and all of that. Review, grade, and movie. John, we go to our app. So this is our API tester and all of that. So what did I create? I went to post and I put in the link and I go to body, click JSON just to test if it is really working. Wait, I'm gonna type something else here. Let's type, for example, we're gonna put in, let's take this one. Quick check. We're gonna take this, right, and paste it here. Now we are submitting a post request to the MongoDB, which will update in our MongoDB after we click send, and it will show us a success status if the movie ID is really valid, and it can add it in our MongoDB, which is happening where in our VS Code where we import it and associate it with MongoDB. So let's just cancel this. Control. Oh, This is the wrong thing. Oh, is it? Maybe it's the right thing. Let me put that. Okay, we have this. Now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna send, and it gave me a success, which means the movie ID is valid, and you can add a new review which says love the pacing and cinematography. I can also put in a bad review. I can say, right, and I can say send to give me that. And in my movie cluster, not cluster, compass, I will see. Let me just refresh. I will see the reviews and all of that. And if I want to delete my review, what I just need to do is, um, how do they do it? Okay. If I want to delete, I go to delete, right? And I go to send. So I deleted the review. Let's see if it really deletes. So it deletes the name, it deletes, it deletes the name, it deletes the user ID and all of that. So yeah, guys, that's how we did our chapters, and we have our movies root, our movies controller, and our API update method. We have our movie ID, our user info, our view, our date, our REST JSON. We send the information to the review DAO and add the review, which will create linked REST JSON. And finally, we have a success. We return a success if post works and an error if it didn't. So the reviews DAO. So the reviews DAO, what is happening is that we import MongoDB from Mongo, and we import uh, MongoDB to get access to the object ID. We need the object ID to convert an ID string to a MongoDB, right? Then here it says if review returns, try reviews, await, it waits for the process to complete and console log connected to the database successfully. So what it means, it says if the review is not failed, we then access the database reviews collection and note that if the reviews collection doesn't yet exist in the database, MongoDB automatically creates it for us. Then we come to the chapter of testing the reviews API. To test the reviews API, we first get an existing movies ID. As said in the previous conversation, you get the movies ID, and you can just get a request to the HTTP localhost 5000 API version 1 movies to retrieve all movies and then pick any movie ID. So I have any movie ID. I have short western. So what I can do, I can take 8 plot. Yeah. So yeah, thanks guys for viewing my YouTube channel, and that's all it. I have the front end, and that's how it looks. What did I do? I run npm start, which will acknowledge my npm 5000, and it is running. And if I make a post request, it will appear in my VS Code, deleting the review with the review ID, which is undefined. But now we can delete it and acknowledge it is true, and it deletes it. And then the review deletion response, it says it's true, then it deletes. So yeah, guys, thank you for being my YouTube channel. I hope you see our next content.